rods have been out literally 5 minutes. Back after a 2-week break, we'll catch up with you. So we've had some good adventures, been to Farlow's for a charity event, and Ethan had a cracking result on Oxley's Lake on the linear complex. We're back really where we found home this year, on White Springs. I haven't even got the buzzers on, to be honest. Ethan said, "What's that?" bubbling out in the middle, and it was my rod had peeled off the spot. And that's it. Absolutely happy day. Hopefully we can get this one in and start a little 24, possibly 48-hour session.
Meanwhile, come now.
There we are, first fish, nice mid to upper double. As I say, the winter colours are starting to come through on these fish already, so that's really pretty fish. White pop-up, the old Jaffa this time, cast just to sort of corner of a pads. As I say, if someone comes in the swim next time, then I mean, I'm out of luck because it is kind of in their swim. But the fish were crashing there and we're the only people on the lake, so it'd be silly not to get a rod in there. And as I said, 5-10 minutes top end, I even got the receiver turned on, zipped off. So rods are fizzed back out on the spot, another handful of bait, and back on it. Happy days. As you can see, we've already been lucky with one fish in the net already. Been away from White Springs for the last couple of weeks since the Welsh Carp comp, to be honest, just because we've had a lot of other things, bits and pieces on. I've been lucky enough to go away to Farlow's to film for a charity event, and I had a bit of luck there, so we'll quickly go on to that.
And also, me and John, we've done a trip down linear. We managed to get a couple of decent swims on Oxley's. Fortunately for me, I had one as well, 36 pounder, so we're going to show you the pictures of that one next.
Good afternoon and welcome to Oxley's Lake on the linear complex. Come down to linear to do a bit of fishing away from White Springs, joined obviously by Ethan, done loads of fishing this year. As I say, we've come to Oxley's. We have done a walk over a few other lakes. St John's was absolutely chock-a block, as was Manor, which were our sort of two top lakes to go on to hit sort of one of the big girls at this time of year. But we come around Oxley's and we said if we can get in the middle of the lake, be it over the moon, we happened to find two swims next door to each other, which has worked for our plan, because what we're intending to do is sort of find a spot about 80 yards out, which is sort of a bit further than a lot of normal people can cast when they come down here. They're sort of at 40 to 50 yards. Put a marker out and then one spawn to the left, one spawn to the right, and then have 6 rods sort of along that baited line, if you like. We have seen some fish showing. The weather's not fantastic, the pressure's still up. As I say, we're still in October, but as I say, it has still been quite warm. The wind now has changed, it is blowing into our faces, so we feel a little bit positive. We come with a game plan, Heath?
Yeah, we have, yeah. That's basically what we've come with spotting in mind, really. It's not so much a boiling water, neither is St John's really, it's more particle orientated, so we've decided to come with a lot of particle, and we have come with a lot of particle as well. So tons. We're gonna go softly probably to start with, probably just get the rods out, have a feel for the place. Like I said, John, we've been fishing at about 80 yards?
20 yards.
Yeah, we're both at 20 wraps each, so we're just fishing in the line to keep the bait going in, and we'll see. Like I said, we're just a couple of days away, you know, just just give hand job a break as the pursuit continues for her. But no, it's nice to be somewhere different. I've done a lot of time down this way previously as well, so it's nice to be back. So yeah, we'll keep the spot mix going on, and we'll show you around the swims and our location, that sort of bit, a little bit later on. But for the time being, I think we should get the kettle on, I think.
That's it, mate. Excellent. So we'll catch you, like I say, we've got lots of fish to go through. It's like 1,800 fish, 40 30s. So that's where we come really to primarily to try and catch the 30.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get the kettle on, get a brew, and we'll catch up with you later on.
Well, good morning from Oxley's. I check this bad boy out. £36, taken over that large spod mix of the Innovate chili hemp party blend, and this one fell to the white Jaffa on a hinge stiff rig. Yeah, £36, absolutely over the moon with this one, close to a PB. Bittersweet really after I lost that first one as well, because that felt like a nice fish as well. So yeah, absolutely over the moon. First morning, 2 more days to go. Who knows, maybe even bigger one. But this will do for now. Happy days, team catch and release.
So there we are, that sort of gets us up to date with what we're up to. As I say, we're back on White Springs now. We are going to do some other trips away. We've got a few socials with some of the companies we're associated with booked. But I think we're going to probably set up a bit of camp here this winter and do a bit more.
I think so. We sort of done most of the year, the start of the year, fishing for, well, hand job. We know we keep going on about this hand job. We got to get her, got to get that one ticked off. But she's a winter fish, so we're going to do a bit more time down on White Springs, and maybe it's my birthday coming up as well, so we might have a nice social away somewhere a bit different perhaps. But we're going to stick around on White Springs and see if we can get the job done here.
So there we are, so we'll keep you up to date with what we're up to and obviously what happens with the rest of the session. There we go, fish number 2 from behind the island this time. Locked up against the pads. Did get into the pads a tiny bit, but I did manage to get it out. Pink with a white Evo topper on this one. So I put quite a bit of bait out there, to be honest, probably half a key. Even though it is coming into the colder months, still, as I say, we proved last time, getting the bait in there, they're still eating, they're on it. So yeah, probably, what was it, about 1 o'clock? Oh, I put it down. 1:30. Rod's already back out on the mark, and we're carrying on. Happy days. There we are, number 3. We've actually made a move to the other side of the lake. Not because we weren't on fish, but because we're after the big one really now, aren't we? So yeah, on a hard spot, sort of 2/3 of the way across in the swim. White Jaffa over the bed of KK. So Rod's back out as always, and we're back on one more night before I got to shoot off early for the MOT in the morning. So happy days, catch and release. There we are, number 4, £19 common. 2 minutes before midnight, I had a bet with Ethan that I'd have one before midnight. Not in an egotistical way, just because that's how I felt confident about. Dropped back, got out to the rod, watched it pick back up twice, and it had gone an absolute mile in the sort of 30 yards of line it had to take. Recognisable fish, as scales missing off of one side. It's got a doggy tail, but happy days. Gets me up to 4 fish, and a stunning, really character fish, which is really nice. So unfortunately it's one of those casts where I could do with daylight. So we'll see how we get back on the mark and catch you in the morning.
can win the fight.